Brought to you by WikiVidi Documentaries. Netflix. Netflix is an American entertainment company founded by Reed Hastings and Marc Randolph on August 29, 1997, in Scotts Valley, California. It specializes in and provides streaming media and video on demand online and DVD by mail. In 2013, Netflix expanded into film and television production, as well as online distribution. As of 2017, the company has its headquarters in Los Gatos, California. Netflix's initial business model included DVD sales and rental, although Hastings jettisoned DVD sales about a year after Netflix founding, to focus on the DVD rental by mail business. In 2007, Netflix expanded its business with the introduction of streaming media, while retaining the DVD and Blu-ray rental service. The company expanded internationally, with streaming made available to Canada in 2010, and continued growing its streaming service from there. By January 2016, Netflix services operated in over 190 countries. Netflix entered the content production industry in 2013, debuting its first series, House of Cards. It has greatly expanded the production of both film and television series since then, offering Netflix original content through its online library of films and television. Netflix released an estimated 126 original series of films in 2016, more than any other network or cable channel. In April 2017, Netflix reported having over 98 million subscribers worldwide, including more than 50 million in the United States. Founding and establishment. Netflix was founded on August 29, 1997, in Scotts Valley, California, by Marc Randolph and Reed Hastings. Randolph worked as marketing director for Hastings' company, Pure Atria Corporation. Randolph was a co-founder of Micro Warehouse, a computer mail order company, and was later employed by Borland International as vice president of marketing. Hastings, a computer scientist and mathematician, sold Pure Atria to Rational Software Corporation in 1997 for $700 million in what was then the richest acquisition in Silicon Valley history. He and Randolph came up with the idea for Netflix while commuting between their homes in Santa Cruz and Pure Atria's headquarters in Sunnyvale while waiting for government regulators to approve the merger. Hastings, Randolph's mother, and Integrity QA founder Steve Kahn invested $2.5 million in startup cash for Netflix. Randolph admired the fledgling e-commerce company Amazon and wanted to find a large category of portable items to sell over the internet using a similar model. He and Hastings considered and rejected VHS tapes as too expensive to stock and too delicate to ship. When they heard about DVDs, which were available in only a few markets in 1997, they tested the concept of selling or renting DVDs by mail by mailing a compact disc to Hastings' house in Santa Cruz. When the disc arrived intact, they decided to take on the $16 billion home video sales and rental industry. Hastings is often quoted saying that he decided to start Netflix after being fined $40 at a video store for being late to return a copy of Apollo 13. But this is an apocryphal story that he and Randolph designed to explain the company's business model and motivation. Netflix was launched on April 14, 1998. With only 30 employees and 925 DVDs available through the pay-per-rent model with rates and due dates that were similar to its bricks-and-mortar rival, Blockbuster. Video on demand introduction, declining DVD sales, global expansion. Netflix developed and maintains an extensive personalized video recommendation system based on ratings and reviews by its customers. On October 1, 2006, Netflix offered a $1 million prize to the first developer of a video recommendation algorithm that could beat its existing algorithm, Cinematch, at predicting customer ratings by more than 10%. In February 2007, the company delivered its billionth DVD, and began to move away from its original core business model of DVDs, by introducing video on demand via the Internet. Netflix grew as DVD sales fell from 2006 to 2011. In January 2013, Netflix reported that it had added 2 million United States customers during the fourth quarter of 2012, with a total of 27.1 million United States streaming customers and 29.4 million total streaming customers. In addition, revenue was up 8% to $945 million for the same period. That number increased to 36.3 million subscribers in April 2013. As of September 2013, for that year's third quarter report, Netflix reported its total of global streaming subscribers at 40.4 million. By the fourth quarter of 2013, Netflix reported 33.1 million United States subscribers. By September 2014, Netflix had subscribers in over 40 countries, with intentions of expanding their services in unreached countries. Early Netflix original content. Netflix has played a prominent role in independent film distribution. Through its division Red Envelope Entertainment, Netflix licensed and distributed independent films such as Born Into Brothels and Sherry Baby. As of late 2006, Red Envelope Entertainment also expanded into producing original content with filmmakers such as John Waters. Netflix closed Red Envelope Entertainment in 2008, in part to avoid competition with its studio partners. Entertainment, dominance and presence, and continued growth. Netflix has been one of the most successful .com ventures. In September 2002, The New York Times reported that, at the time, Netflix mailed about 190,000 discs per day to its 670,000 monthly subscribers. The company's published subscriber count increased from 1 million in the fourth quarter of 2002 to around 5.6 million at the end of the third quarter of 2006, to 14 million in March 2010. Netflix's early growth was fueled by the fast spread of DVD players in households. In 2004, nearly two-thirds of United States homes had a DVD player. Netflix capitalized on the success of the DVD and its rapid expansion into United States homes, integrating the potential of the Internet and e-commerce to provide services and catalogs that bricks-and-mortar retailers could not compete with. Netflix also operates an online affiliate program which has helped to build online sales for DVD rentals. The company offers unlimited vacation time for salaried workers and allows employees to take any amount of their paychecks in stock options. By 2010, Netflix's streaming business had grown so quickly that within months the company had shifted from the fastest-growing customer of the United States Postal Service's first-class service to the largest source of Internet streaming traffic in North America in the evening. In November, it began offering a standalone streaming service separate from DVD rentals. On September 18, 2011, Netflix announced its intentions to rebrand and restructure its DVD home media rental service as an independent subsidiary called Quickster. separating DVD rental and streaming services. Andy Randich, a 12-year Netflix veteran, was to be CEO of Quickster. Quickster would carry video games whereas Netflix did not. However, in October 2011, Netflix announced that it would retain its DVD service under the name Netflix, and would not, in fact, create Quickster for the purpose. In April 2011, Netflix had over 23 million subscribers in the United States and over 26 million worldwide. But on October 24, Netflix announced 800,000 unsubscribers in the United States during Q3 2011, and more losses were expected in Q4 2011. However, Netflix income jumped 63% for Q3 2011. Year-long, the total digital revenue for Netflix reached at least $1.5 billion. On January 26, 2012, Netflix added 610,000 subscribers in the United States. By the end of the fourth quarter of 2011, totaling 24.4 million United States subscribers. For this time period, on October 23, however, Netflix announced an 88% decline in profits. For the third quarter of the year, of 322 by 322 pxin April 2012, Netflix filed with the Federal Election Commission to form a political action committee called FLIXPAC. Politico referred to the PAC, based in Los Gatos, California, as another political tool with which to aggressively press a pro-intellectual property, anti-video piracy agenda. The hacktivist group Anonymous called for a boycott of Netflix following the news. Netflix spokesperson Yura Sebas indicated that the PAC was not set up to support the Stop Online Piracy Act and the Protect IP Act, tweeting that the intent was to engage on issues like net neutrality, bandwidth caps, UBB and VPPA. In February 2013, Netflix announced it would be hosting its own award ceremony, the Flixies. On March 13, 2013, Netflix announced a Facebook implementation, letting United States subscribers access Watched by Your Friends and Friends favorites by agreeing. This was not legal until the Video Privacy Protection Act of 1988 was modified in early 2013. Rebranding and VPN blockage. In April 2014, Netflix approached 50 million global subscribers, with a 32.3% video streaming market share in the United States. Netflix operated in a total of 41 countries around the world. In June 2014, Netflix unveiled a global rebranding, a new logo, which uses a modern typeface, with the drop shadowing removed, and a new website UI. The change was controversial. Some liked the new minimalist design, whereas others felt more comfortable with the old interface. In July 2014, Netflix surpassed 50 million global subscribers, with 36 million of them being in the United States. At the 2016 Say Netflix announced their expansion into 130 additional countries, which BBC noted meant that the service was now available in almost all the world. A notable absence was China, which Hastings stated the company was still trying to expand into. By October of that year, the company, citing the difficulty of entering the market, announced that they were instead now focused on licensing individual pieces of content to the country. Also in January 2016, Netflix announced it would begin blocking virtual private networks, or VPN. At the same time, Netflix reported 74.8 million subscribers, and predicted it would add 6.1 million more by March 2016. Subscription growth has been fueled by its global expansion. By the end of the year, Netflix added a feature to allow customers to download and play select movies and shows while offline. In February 2017, Netflix signed a music publishing deal with BMG Rights Management, where BMG will oversee the rights to Netflix original productions outside of the United States. On April 17, 2017, it was reported that Netflix was nearing 100 million subscribers. Services. Netflix video on demand streaming service, formerly branded as Watch Now, allows subscribers to stream television series and films via the Netflix website on personal computers or the Netflix software on a variety of supported platforms, including smartphones and tablets, digital media players, video game consoles, and smart TVs. According to a Nielsen survey in July 2011, 42% of Netflix users used a standalone computer, 25% used the Wii, 14% by connecting computers to a television, 13% with a PlayStation 3, and 12% an Xbox 360. When the streaming service first launched, Netflix disc rental subscribers were given access at no additional charge. Subscribers were allowed approximately 1 hour of streaming per dollar spent on the monthly subscription. In January 2008, however, Netflix lifted this restriction, at which point virtually all rental disc subscribers became entitled to unlimited streaming at no additional cost, remained limited to 2 hours of streaming per month. This change came in a response to the introduction of Hulu and to Apple's new video rental services. Netflix later split DVD rental subscriptions and streaming subscriptions into separate, standalone services, at which point the monthly caps on internet streaming were lifted. Netflix service plans are currently divided into 3 price tiers. The lowest offers standard-definition streaming on a single device. The second allows high-definition streaming on 2 devices simultaneously. And the Platinum tier allows simultaneous streaming on up to 4 devices, and 4K streaming on supported devices and internet connections. The HD subscription plan historically cost $7.99. In April 2014, Netflix announced that it would raise the price of this plan to $9.99 for new subscribers, but that existing customers would be grandfathered under this older price until May 2016, after which they could downgrade to the SD-only tier at the same price, or pay the higher fee for continued high-definition access. Until October 10, 2014, Netflix did not officially support Linux devices, though a Roku is supported, being able to connect it from a console, a Blu-ray player to a Linux PC, a monitor with an adapter. It is possible to run Windows and Netflix in virtual machines like the VirtualBox or QEMU. In a Tech Republic interview in August 2010, Netflix VP of Corporate Communications stated that Silverlight plugins for Linux, being Moonlight, do not support the Play-Ready DRM system that Netflix requires for playback. Netflix does support Android, which uses a forked version of the kernel. There is an unofficial Netflix app based on Wine that allows users to watch Netflix content on Linux effortlessly. Pipelight, an add-on for Firefox based on the Netflix desktop project, allows playback through Linux native web browsers by connecting to the Wine-based Silverlight plugin. However, on October 10, 2014, the required DRM plugins became available for Chrome users running Ubuntu 12.04 or 14.04. Maximum HD resolution via Google Chrome is 720p. On November 30, 2016, Netflix launched an offline playback feature, allowing users of the Netflix mobile apps on Android or iOS to cache content on the devices in standard or high quality for viewing without an internet connection. The feature is primarily available on selected series and films, and Netflix stated that more content would be supported by the feature over time. Thank you for watching. Brought to you by WikiVidi Documentaries. Please like and subscribe below. Please like and subscribe below.